Hi, I'm Akai, beauty content creator and YouTuber.
And I'm Sacha Oko, brand owner of So Aesthetic Makeup and a beauty enthusiast.
Welcome to Beauty in Town.
Hi, welcome to Beauty in Town. And today we have someone super special. Valerie!
Hi. Hi, Valerie.
Hi. Hi, ladies.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming to our pink sofa.
Joining us on our pink sofa.
Thank you
It's
for
really
having
nice
me.
to have you.
It's really pretty here.
I think I was telling someone that you're literally like our Pat McGrath here.
Oh.
Yeah, you're like a big deal to
That's
me,
deep.
to many people.
Oh,
You're doing
thank
an
you.
amazing job
Thank you.
as a makeup artist. Like you've covered bridal, editorial. What again?
She's a creator. I would actually call her a content creator.
Yes, a content creator as well.
yes.
You have your own brand now, CVL Beauty.
Yes.
So like with CVL Beauty, okay, let me not rush into CVL like everything. So like just want to know like what made you get into makeup?
Okay, so my story has been very organic. After secondary school, I went to the States and I was living with my auntie.
Mm-hmm.
And my aunt went to the Mac. She was going to the Mac store. She had broken out from using like a product,
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted like coverage. So we went to the Mac store, and she, when you go to the Mac store, obviously they work by commission,
Yeah.
so they throw like a bunch
Lots
of
of
products
things
on
to
you.
Yeah.
But I have like an arts background, arts and business background. So I was watching what they were doing. I felt like I could see like in my head, and that's how I've been working.
Mm-hmm.
I could see like the steps they were taking, and I could
Mhm.
also see the extras that were necessary.
Necessary,
I was just
yeah.
talking, it was just making sense in my head. And so when we went home, she had like 20 products from MAC. And she was like, she likes the coverage, but she hates how heavy it feels on her face. So then I was like, okay, the next day I will try it on her. And I had no interest in makeup,
Yeah.
no background in makeup.
Did you use makeup on yourself?
No, not quite. My mom wouldn't allow me to.
I think everyone has that story.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everyone thought I'll go into designing clothes because that's what I could do. Because my mom was a designer.
Okay.
So she allowed me to. I tried like a few products. I tried the products on her and I eliminated what I thought was unnecessary, like a corrector I wasn't using, liquid highlighter I wouldn't use,
Wow.
all of those little things. And she said she liked it. But in my head, I believed that, she's my auntie, she's not going to tell me she hates it. So when I was coming to Ghana, she gave me like the extra stuff, and she gave me like some money to go to Walmart to buy like drugstore makeup. So I had like high-end makeup and drugstore makeup. So I had a kit.
Yeah.
And then I came to Ghana. I'll do makeup for my friends just randomly, and I'll post on my page, which was Miss Lawson.
Okay.
So that's why my name is still like funny.
Yeah.
It's not like an official name.
Yeah.
But since it's happened organically, I just allow it to be.
Yeah.
And then Printex called me one time and they said, oh, hi, they're looking for a makeup artist. I was like, I'm not a makeup artist. So this is when I was in business school.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not a makeup artist. I just do makeup for my friends.
We were in Legon together.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you guys know each other. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then they called me the next day and they said they couldn't find anyone still.
Yeah.
So if I'll do, well, I'm sorry to put them on blast, but if I'll do 11 models for like 100 CVs, they would, this is like years ago, but still, it wasn't the best.
Still, yeah.
And I was like, of course, I'll do it, like for fun. So I went there, I did that, and then through that, one of the models, they liked the work. One of the models' best friend was getting married. So she introduced me to her,
Yeah.
and then it became word of mouth. So I played with it for like a year, and then I took like an entrepreneurial class,
Okay.
and we had to build a business, and we
Oh,
had
this
to
is in
apply.
school.
This is in school.
Okay.
We had to build a business. We had to apply like the principles and stuff they had taught us, and we're thinking of what business can we work. We're thinking, should we do solar? Should we do? And I was like, okay, but I have this thing I'm doing. Let me just use it. So that's how it happened. It really happened organically. So that's my story.
Ah, well done. I mean,
Thank you.
we love what you're doing. I mean, I get to know more of what you're doing through your social media, which is on Instagram, and it always pops up with something. And I've noticed you're very innovative as well, because I think I noticed you when you did your first campaign. It was I can't remember who it was, but I think you had collaborated with Let's Be Seated.
Yes.
And it was like literally everywhere. I think the first, I think I probably saw it first on Bella Niger before it kind of directed me to your page. So you've always been on my radar, and since then, I mean, I always see your work. And every girl who's getting married wants to get her makeup done by you. And so last year I was like, you know what? Let me also test. I need to. Okay, there's one thing physically. There's one thing seeing it. And there's one thing treating and experiencing it. So I actually had an experience. I sat in your chair and you did my makeup for me, and it was really nice. I love the makeup, and I haven't actually done a shoot since then. That was last year. So you are doing something right. And we just really wanted to know more. Oh, congratulations. You just launched your website.
Yes.
And I hear it's been like...
so pretty.
Thank you.
It's amazing. So that's like another... Last year, was it last year was like you launched the brushes.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Which I got one, which was amazing, very useful.
Thank you.
And then this year, I think last week, you just launched your website.
Yes.
And how is it going?
The website is really good. We've introduced like new services like microblading, complimentary services to makeup.
I saw those eyebrows in your Insta story.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're introducing new services. We're launching new products on there. We want like to move, because obviously social media, Instagram is for someone, so you can't control too much. So we're trying to move our audience to the website where we have like everything, all the information that we can give you.
Yes.
And Valerie did my wedding makeup.
Yes. This is a female bride.
So we both experienced it. So I
think the most amazing thing about you is like, aside your craft, your personality, like the effort you put into your business, like everything. Because I remember before I picked a makeup artist, I sent an email to like different makeup artists here. And what impressed me the most about you, I've seen your work. What impressed me the most about you was the document that she sent to me to go through, the breakdown. Like, it was just a complete package for me. So you know what you're getting. You know what happens if something goes wrong. Like, everything. Someone sends me like a Microsoft document. Like, you could tell that she puts in a lot of love, hard work, everything into what she does.
Thank
you.
And
I think that's why you're growing so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's nice to like know that people see it, because sometimes for a long time I felt like, do people really see the heart I put into what I'm doing? But I think especially from brides, that's why I feel like I'll always be indebted to brides, and I always go the extra mile for brides, because they have like sustained the business to where it's been, cost-wise, encouragement-wise, because you kind of build like a one-on-one relationship with them. When people buy your product, they don't meet you, they just meet your product. But with brides, they meet you, they encounter you. So I feel like they understand like the heart I put into it.
And how is it, I mean, you just told us a bit about how you started, but we've all noticed how makeup has evolved so much, like overnight, which is amazing. And you know, with your master classes as well, it's created so much opportunity for people. I actually see people with makeup done, and I always refer them to you, and they're like, I actually always think you did it. They're like, no. But then they either went to one of your master classes. So I mean, they always have some kind of trait from. You know, they can only be them. They can't be you. But I always see a little of your work in what they are doing. You know what I mean? Which is quite nice. So some of our viewers were asking this question: How do you put all your images? Basically, not images, but you create amazing content. Do you do it by yourself? Do you use just your phone? Or do you have a whole team behind you? Because a lot of the small upcoming businesses, these are the few things that they struggle with. So, I mean, we would like you to just, give us an insight to your, how you create the magic.
Okay. So initially, I think I've been in business for 10 years now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. That time is gone. Yes. So I think for the past, in like 7 years, I was creating content myself. But I'm the artist, I'm the content creator, I'm the email person, I'm the phone person,
finance, accountant.
I'm the driver, I'm the accountant. So this year, especially this year, I have like a full admin team now. I have like the service people, I have the creators. So now I have like different teams, like basically different departments. So for content, I work a lot with like Flowshop, Focus, Josh. We sit down.
So you do a lot of collaborations.
I do a lot of collaborations.
So does that help with cost? Because another thing is collaboration saves money. Yeah. But if you had a concept and you had to get a whole team, it's capital intensive. Is it sustainable?
It's collaborations, but then I pay, especially if it's my content. Yes. Okay. If I want to own the content. Yeah, so the good thing is because you build a relationship with them, they're not charging you
as
much as they would charge if it was a one-off thing. And because we know we're rolling out content throughout the year, we sign contracts so everybody is comfortable. Yeah, so I mean, if I'll give advice to like a young person, get a good phone that has like a really good quality camera. And then just get like free apps that would help you like play with contrast. Even I think on the phone, in picture, you can play with contrast and stuff. Yeah.
So when you're, let's say, when you're doing a bride, there's always a professional photographer, obviously.
Yes.
Brought by the bridal team or the bride, but at the same time too, you need to have your own images.
Yes.
So do you take your own pictures or do you have your own team?
No, I take my own pictures. Okay. I'm looking into getting a proper photographer, like a main photographer. Yes, for brides.
Because would that also have do you think the brides would want that, especially bringing someone else?
Yes, if they, everybody everyone wants to be presented the best way. Yeah. So, and I've not met a woman who would say no to pictures.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're going to impose. It's going to be headshots of you, of my work. Yeah. So we're not following you to your house. You're not going to take pictures of your husband, nothing like that. Yeah.
So with the content, right, like with the makeup that you do, the brides that you do, do you select the kind of images that end up on your page?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're very strategic.
Yeah, very strategic.
Extremely strategic because that's the one thing you can control. Yeah. And I think it's very important because with brides, it's happening in real time. It's not something you have curated or put together. So for instance, let's say the hair is off. That will affect the final look of everything. So for you to be branded a certain way, all those things have to be taken into consideration. So if you look at it, you can look at it with your team, with your sister. My sister has been my team for a long time. You can look at it with them, and then it's like, no, it doesn't really work. Yeah. And then it works for bridal season, so we keep the picture and then we post later. Stuff like that,
Okay, so with products that you use, because when you came to my makeup, I was just looking at everything. I was just looking at the brands. I'm like, you don't use like much of drugstore brands. It's usually high-end products, Estee Lauder, CVL Beauty, Giorgio Armani. Like it's just a wide range of like really, really big brands and stuff. Where do you get your products from?
Okay, so initially I would order from like Sephora or Ulta. My sister wasn't in the country, so she would ship it to me here. Yeah. But there's somebody I trust, Swanky. Okay. Yes, so she does like orders. So if you want to do orders that she doesn't have in her store, you can speak to her and then she'll do the order to you. Sometimes I use StockFox, which is a local delivery shipping company. So you create like an address with them or an account with them, and then you ship to their address, and then they bring it to you. So
I know we're speaking about fake products and
there's a lot of fake products in the market, and the consumers are not complaining. They are not, because they're buying it, and because of even if you're not even aware that it's fake, just the price alone will question you that, is this really legit? You know what I mean? And a lot of people, very few know where the expiry dates are. A lot of them, it's not actually visible. You have to actually go out of your way to look for the expiry dates on the product. So a lot of people do not pay attention to that, but they're just buying products. And yesterday we're having a conversation with one of our guests, and I mentioned to her an experience I had with Maybelline when Maybelline had set up, and there was another retail beauty store had set up selling Maybelline, and hers was half the price of Maybelline, and everybody was redirecting the traffic to the cheaper one. Yeah. But my thing is, Maybelline is here directly. It's a free zone, so you're literally paying exactly, or maybe even cheaper, but exactly the same price as abroad. And they're right here. If there's an issue, you can reach out to them and attack them. And still, they were all rushing to that, like literally
the cheaper one.
The cheaper, the cheaper stand. And besides that, the cheaper stand, you don't know where it's coming from. It could be discounted. Yeah, there are days they have off seasons. They have limited editions where once it's getting to the end, they sell them they knock it off and sell it next to nothing. And then, but they have a lot of fake products. And so, how do you trust such a And these people sometimes are selling the real one and selling the fake one, and it conflicts with their business. But the consumers are going. I mean, I come across a lot of the girls who would, go and they have no issue. So they look at me like I'm being too bougie. No, and I'm like, your health. And the thing about makeup is, unless you have terrible skin, it doesn't really do much to you. I mean, we probably see when you're much older, you would actually, over time, you would actually realize, okay, the bad products I use, this is the side effect.
It'll be too late.
It'll be too late. But now they don't actually see, they're using all sorts of products. Makola, there's one CD product. And they're perfectly fine. They're not complaining.
Yeah. I think it falls on us to do like a lot of education. A lot. So maybe we can come up with, because the standards have to be set.
Because even on your seat, when a client sits in your seat, she trusts you. She's not asking you, where's this product from? And a lot of you makeup artists as well, some because of traveling wise, you tend to use pots as well. So you can't actually see the product or see where it's from unless you ask the makeup artist.
And number two, I think people just need to work with integrity. I think in life, even without doing business, you need to work with within a certain moral compass. You need to, because you're working on people. I've had a bride who, this was last year, she came for a trial. She went to do her engagement trial 2 days before, came to do her trial with me, and she had bumps, literally blisters, with pus coming out just here.
Just infections.
And it's here. So I asked her, I was like, and it's where the concealer is placed. So I was like, did they use, there's this one with the applicator, LA Girl Concealer, Pro Concealer. And I know that a lot of artists use the applicator directly, and then they close it, and it has some water, and that water, so if somebody has an infection, that water mixes with the foundation, the concealer goes back in, they shake it, they move on to the next person.
I thought of it, I'm even...
So you could just tell where it was right there, and around her face was perfect. I couldn't work on her, so I took her to Rabito, which is in Osu. And then she drank something, it was a whole thing. She kept breaking down. I mean, it was
and when that happens as well, you lose that confidence as well. So it even gets worse.
Yes. But especially it's like your wedding day.
Exactly. So she had, it was a whole thing. She told the photographers not to take pictures, not to take close. It was a lot. And I mean, the experience was horrible because you just wouldn't do the right thing.
But I'm saying, in situations like that, is it okay to call people out?
It won't be
not for you.
You want to, but
for the bride. For the bride, yes.
People need to be held accountable. That's why online there are reviews. You can give 1 star, 2 star. You can complain about products or service. But if we don't, this person is going to get away with it. Do it.
They're getting away with it every day.
That's why I feel like people should be called out.
But don't you think maybe it should be a one-on-one? I don't think it should be called out in public.
Trust me, when you call,
it's more effective.
The thing is, when you reach out to people like that, they get offended, and then it's like that's how it turns out, and then they make you look like the bad person, or that's what happened. But if you call them out, they will do the right thing. They will do better.
But sometimes you call them out. Maybe sometimes they just don't know better. So it goes hand in hand. Like we educate and then we can't call them out, or we can call them out if we've reached out and they're not budging. You know,
I think that's
But then also you've collaborated with Makeup Ghana, and you guys have you've put structures in place for makeup artists, which is standards in place, which is a good step. So at least you know, would make sure like everybody who wants makeup service would use that channel or get references from you that are they certified enough or, you know.
Yes, that was like one of the biggest things after winning the award. I didn't want to just be like, okay, we've won an award, what else? Because I honestly don't think the award is like the highest form of whatever, but I feel like
acknowledgement,
but you know, in our industry it's really people take it they do anything for the award, but after you win the award, what happens with it? So my thing was I wanted us to work on standards, because there's no standards, there's no barriers to entry, there's nothing formal, because if you even go and talk to standards board, they're like they don't even take the industry seriously. They don't care. So
I've had all these experiences. So when I see, you know, Makeup Ghana, I was like, they came at the right time. And when I see you and other makeup artists doing stuff, like, you know, when I started, it was a lonely game. Like I literally went, nothing was working. It wasn't working. And I realized that to get things done, teamwork is stronger than just by yourself. You know what I mean?
I think the FDA is also trying, because I saw a publication where it wasn't even makeup, it was skincare products that they put brands that you should avoid buying because they had all sorts of ingredients. So I think it's.
But with FDA, the good thing about FDA is I didn't even realize how, you know, professional effective they are. But once we registered our product, it gives you a list of beauty products in Ghana who have registered.
So you being a part of the makeup community, you're talking about like working with Makeup Ghana and stuff like that. Do you have like a group of makeup artists that you mentor or they look up to you? Yeah, that's the right thing.
Yes. So even from the masterclass, it's like we bring in like at least 100 students at a go. After that, I'm always talking to them. They're in my DMs, sending me pictures, videos. It gets overwhelming sometimes, but it's okay. I feel like once you've been called to it, you have to deliver. Even through that, we do like a ballots thing where we pick one person and I put them on a 1-year internship program. So I'm doing like the arts, I'm doing human development with them. Confidence, because that's like a big thing with women in business. Confidence and fear holds a lot of people back. So it's something we need to deal with, and our culture just does not encourage confident women. Confident women are beaten down by women and then by men. So it's something that I really go through with them. And then the business aspect, growing the business, growing a sustainable business, not just a trendy business that's here for like 2 months.
A short
there's buzz and hype, and then that's it. But growing the business, packaging, branding, like the whole thing. So basically, they shadow me for a year, and then I put them.
I think like with your master classes, you really upped the game. Like at Kempinski, like when I see the setup, everything is like just amazing. Also, like with your collaborations with Pistis and Let's Be Seated. I love the women empowerment, the women collaboration. It's really nice to see. Did you what made you pick like Pistis and what made you pick Abena, Let's Be Seated?
Okay, so the first campaign I did was right after I had an accident about 4 years ago now, and I was off like social media and work for a while, and I was thinking, okay, what do I do? I didn't want to do a photo shoot because everyone does photo shoots, and I follow Sama Kuzami, Talal Marcos, and they are like big on campaigns, like bridal campaign, this campaign. So I read about the campaigns, and I realized that campaigns are supposed to be long. It's not a photo shoot. A photo shoot is like you do a photo shoot and then you don't measure anything. But campaigns, there's measurement that goes into it. It has to run for a period. It needs to benefit AB, so we have to state all of those things. So I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And I wanted to do like a full bridal experience. And nobody was doing that here. So the first decor person I went to speak to, they were like, they don't get it. And I get it because it's
it's
a lot of work.
Anytime something is new as well.
Yeah. And it's a lot of money. And nobody to move your truck full of things to come to East Legon or where we set up, they didn't get it. Like, what would I do for me? Yes.
From it.
So they shut me down. And I'd never met Let's Be Seated. But I was like, okay, I've seen her work. She had just done work for someone, a bride, and I loved it. So I was like, let me just try. So I reached out to her, and she was extremely, like, welcome. She was like, okay. I could see that she didn't quite get the message. She was like, okay, Val, okay, I'll do it. She liked the concept, so she came and she killed it.
Yeah.
And then I went to Pistis, and Pistis, if you know Sumaya just doesn't have time for herself and anybody. Sumaya was just like, so what are we doing?
It sounds exactly like
like, so, wow, what are you saying? What are you doing? Okay, so I had to keep reminding her, and then 2 days before time, she made that dress. So she finished.
She can make a dress in 24 hours.
Yes.
And
she made that dress and it fit like a glove. It was beautiful. And actually, that campaign had 3 models.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one who stood out, I went through about 30 models and found her. Because they were sending me like
images,
different girls. I was like, no. And when I found her, I was like, this is the one.
Yeah.
So that's like, everything has been so organic and so spiritual for me that I feel like I connect with everything I do. There's a deeper connection.
Yeah.
Yes. So just to, one of the things I'd say is like whatever you're doing, if it's makeup, it has to be aligned with your purpose and why you're here. Because that is always like a deeper connection,
So do you have brides who come and just want the whole package of Let's Be Seated, Pistis,
Yes.
I want like the campaign.
Yes, a lot. And most of the time when we run the campaigns, in a day we'll get like 30 questions.
Wow.
30 emails, it drives a lot of traffic, a lot of traffic. Yeah.
So like everyone benefits from it. Like
everyone benefits. Everyone benefits.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And what have you had any bridezillas?
Absolutely. I haven't had bridezillas in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want, but even if it's a long time, let's know the long time.
You want to know the story?
Yes.
Okay, so I had a bride who just said she said she was from the States and she wants to see all the brands you're using. I opened the box. I mean, she was bridezilla to everyone. Then I did her makeup. She said she wanted a little more drama. I changed the lashes, smoked out. She said she wanted a subtle.
Was it the day of
the day of? We had a trial. The trial took about 3 hours.
Okay.
And then on the wedding day, she said she wanted subtle now. So I had to use tape to pick the color of her eye. And now she said it wasn't well blended because clearly I used tape. I should have used wipes. And I was like, if I use wipes it will break down your foundation. And she said, do I think she doesn't know about makeup? And I said, no, please, I'm not challenging. However, it's not a full day booking. Yeah. So I have to go. She said, hey, you have to go. You know that I'm the bride. Do you know I'm the bride? Today's my day. You're not moving. So I said, okay, I'm sorry. She said she's going to end my career. She's going to put me on blast. I'm the rudest girl. And
here we are today.
Yeah, here we are.
And also, you can't please everybody.
Yes.
And it doesn't work that way.
But have you ever done like a bride where like, if not just makeup, like everything just went left on the day?
No.
Yeah.
No. Everything went left. No. Most of the time when there's challenges, because yes, well, I had a bride who was extremely fussy about. I remember her napkin. She was like throwing the biggest tantrum about the shade of she wanted coral and it was like a darker orange
on the day.
Her napkins. And she was like, you guys just don't get it, da 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 da. And she was behind, her house is behind those big gutters that collect water. And this is like June, so rainy season. So we're there and they had called her, she had worn her Pistis gown. And the decor was nice, everything, and the wall broke. So the water, like the whole place got flooded. Basically, her husband was in, so everybody was knee deep here in water. People's cars were flooded, so they had to go to the rooftop. Her gown was messed up, so she had to wear a robe. And then that's when I realized that really on the wedding day, it's truly about you, your husband, and your pastor.
And that's God.
Your pastor to stand in. Oh God, that's it. Because they were on the rooftop in the morning robe, and that was it. And they're married with 2 children now.
Wow. They're married. They're still married, so that's that's a good thing.
What would your one advice to give to brides on like the day off?
To brides, like have fun. Like sometimes, most of the time now, people are too interested in like Instagram. Yeah. Like, I hope you make me trend, or will you send it to Bella Niger? And I'm like, but have fun.
Yeah, like relax.
The brides who actually trend are having fun. It's organic. But if it's structured and forced, nobody, even your vendors get tired. Yeah. And they don't want to hear and see you again.
Yeah. So do you think sometimes people come to you because they know they will definitely trend?
I'm sure they do. Yeah. I mean, people's intentions are wild. So definitely we'll have some brides who come just for that. Yeah.
Wow. So last question we have is what are your top 5 beauty products?
Do you want me to mention brands or products?
It could be brands, it could be products.
Okay.
It could be anything. I mean, we have tons of products we like, but we just narrowed it down. We made it easier for you.
Okay.
I think it's easier. I hope it's easier.
Okay. So I like...
It could be international, local. It could be anything.
Okay. Okay. So I love the clear lip gloss for brides, for human beings, like regular people. I said human beings, like brides are not human beings. Okay. Like regular people. And I love it from your brand. Oh, yes. Then I like mascara. I think you can't go wrong with mascara and eyeliner.
Is there any particular brand or like you just use?
So mascara, I'm really not big on like bigger brands. Yeah. I feel like Wet n Wild has like some really, I like the ones with a very thin one.
So it doesn't clog
anyway. So top and bottom. So I like Wet n Wild. I like, for foundation, I like the NARS Radiant. It's beautiful. It applies really beautifully. And then maybe bronze, like something to warm the skin.
We said beauty, so it could be perfume.
Hair
products,
skincare.
I mean, we know your makeup, but then you...
Okay, so let me do makeup and then I'll do the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so then for skin, I'm big on warming the skin now. If you realize, my brides have like a warmth to them. So I like the Fenty Mocha Mami
I love it. I'm always using it. I love it.
It's the best. I need to get it now.
Oh, you need to, especially on your skin.
It's so it's like you can use it even for eyeshadow, anything. It's like a motivational.
Best thing in the world. Yes. So that is amazing. So that's it for makeup. For beauty, I think anything that slicks the brows in place, you know, for every day. I'm going back to kind of makeup. Even if you're not wearing makeup, your brows should be slicked. So that's that I like. I like perfume. I like Creed. I forgot the name, but I'll probably get it and get it to you so we can put it on social media or something. Let's see. What else? Skin?
Yeah, skin.
Skin. I am seriously loving Asari Princess. Thank you.
Beautiful
Asari
skin.
Princess body buttons. Asari Princess has to put me on, cut me a check. Because
he makes body like shea butter.
Yeah, shea butter. Okay. So I love that. I love R&R's shea butter and the
Baba oil.
Baba oil. I love that. I love that for like the hands, because you know we're always washing our hands, and it comes in like a really good size, so it really helps. For hair, I think the hair brands I like here are Nina Mishka Hair Center. Yes, I love them. Amazing brands, amazing women behind the brands. Anytime I go to, especially like Gwen, if I go to Gwen, we end up talking about business and about like deep stuff. So anytime I meet women like that, I'm super excited.
Thank you, Val, so much for coming.
So much for having me.
I really enjoyed this.
Thank you.
And I hope our viewers enjoyed it too.
Definitely. Like, what wouldn't you enjoy about this?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So thank you guys for watching, and if you don't know Valerie, then too bad, but then you better follow her because there's so much amazing content she's creating that it just inspires you every day. For makeup artists and for potential brides. Yes. You better go to her page.
Yeah, having a masterclass soon, right?
Yes, I have a masterclass Hopefully in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the master class are amazing. Like,
Yeah,
and you have time, so don't wait till it's literally the day before.
And it's fully booked because it gets booked
very
quickly.
fully booked.
Yeah.
And then thank you again for watching us, and don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you like it and review it and like it
And share.
Thank you.
We'll see you in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.